We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Throwing on first down. Love. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To throw on second down. Love. That's complete to Slayton. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the gun on third down. Love. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
I like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. He'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Jones. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Love is complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1.
Watch the curve. Kill.
On first down, Love. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a draw play. This is Jones, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Here comes the boom.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
54, check, watch 54.
Off the bootleg, Love. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run on first down. It's Allen. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Single receiver. Hey, you're in an either.
quick pass out to Miller. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the bootleg. Love. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
50, play it. Bring it. Bring it. Fight.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, Second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Taking a shot for Samuel. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Dancing to his left. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Off play action. Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. This quarterback now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Love. And his throw is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. Complete to Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pretty move. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. 3 down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Completes it to Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Let's go.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. J.J. Watt able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Love. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Second and 5. A dump underneath to Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Love. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Love. That's caught by Howard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. On 1st and 10, Love, caught by Jones. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Clock running. The Bucs trying to go quickly and get set. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Check out.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Niners, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.